He said, let's go into the washroom for 5 minutes. What's poppin'? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a story time, my first story time on this channel. Now the thing is, before I even get started, I already recorded this video. This video was recorded, I was editing it, but the thing is, I was wearing glasses and I just really looked ugly. Like, I already looked like a boy with my locks and now the glasses. This story time is going to be about the time my friend spread a rumor about me saying I have herpes. Let's get into the tea. This happened to me in my last year of high school, so 2019, and this was in December 2019. I had this friend, we're gonna call her Sarah for this story. Sarah and I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background of our friendship. We've been friends since high school, so I met her in grade 9 and we were friends throughout grade 12. We did stop being friends or whatever in like grade 10 off of some foolishness or whatever, like something I wasn't even a part of, but we're not even gonna get into that. And then we became friends again, whatever, became cool again, and you know, friends until this incident. This was December 2019. And her birthday is on Christmas Eve, and she threw a party a few days before that. All the girls were invited, including me. So obviously I went to her party. Now I'm gonna explain the B&B layout because it is very important for this story. So please remember this, guys. I'm gonna show you with some props. The door and the steps are here. So the door is here, some steps. Now as soon as the steps, this is the living room. So the living room's here, the couch is here, and right here is the kitchen. Okay, I hope y'all are with me. The kitchen's here, living room here, steps and door here. Now there's gonna be a hallway, right? That's kind of like this. I'm so sorry, this is so chaotic just to tell a story, but I need everyone to understand what this is about. So the living room's here, then there's a hallway. And let's say this part of the lotion is the entrance to the washroom that's like right there. Okay? So the washroom's right there. Then there's more of a hallway, and this is the bedroom. This is the bedroom. So the bedroom has no door. It's an open space bedroom. I could have just said it's an open space bedroom, but I felt the need to show it with some props so you guys can understand. So door, steps, living room, kitchen, hallway, entrance to washroom, hallway, bedroom. Okay, I know I didn't need to explain it like that, but I just thought you guys get the idea. Basically, when I got to the B&B, it was the rest of the girls there, so Sarah and our group of friends, and we were just all kind of getting ready because she invited guys to come over, and they were they there or were they on their way there? I think there was someone there already, so a couple guys there, but I know more were supposed to come. I can't really remember. This was in 2019. I believe there were some guys there, and then, you know, more people were coming, so we were kind of waiting for them, whatever. But everyone was drinking and smoking, having a good time. Honestly, it was a vibe. Other than this incident, like, you know, it was chill. It was a pretty chill B&B type thing. You know, we all enjoyed ourselves, whatever. Anyway, some way through the night, we all ended up, or some of us ended up in the bedroom. So some of the people were on the bed just chilling, and some people like me and my friends were on the floor. We're laughing, talking, we're all having a good vibe, whatever. Then at some point in the night, everyone kind of slowly left the bedroom, and it ended up just being me there by myself. And I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but sometimes when I'm at a party, I can get antisocial like that. Like, my social bar runs out quick. So I was alone, and I was cool with being alone. And since there was a TV in the bedroom that was playing music, I'm like, let me go chill on the bed, go on my phone, relax, you know, just vibe. And that's exactly what I did. Now I'm chilling there vibing out of my mind because we've been smoking and drinking all night. Then this guy comes in. We're gonna call him Jerry. We're gonna call him Jerry. Jerry walks in and he's like, can I join you type thing, and I'm like, whatever, cool, yeah, sure, I don't mind. Honestly, I didn't mind because why not? Like, why not? Anyway, so he comes, sits on the bed, mean, we're just talking. The conversation was cool. We're just talking, getting to know each other, vibing to the music and stuff, whatever. Then throughout while we were talking, I realized at some point he started to hold my hand, and I didn't realize that because once again I was out of it. I was completely out of it. Like, we were smoking and drinking a lot. Okay. Anyway, so he's holding my hand, but I didn't care because I was single. Like, why not? You know what I mean? YOLO, for real. At some point, I just have to zoom in for this because this is it. At some point, as we don't mind my lights flickering. I'm literally not sure why it's doing that. Electrician needs to come back and fix that. Because what? At some point, I realized that my hand has moved from holding his hand onto my lap, because that's where it was. Like, we weren't just like holding hands in the air. Like, my hand was on my lap before. I should explain this. My hand was on my lap before. He put his hand on my, holding my hand on my lap. Then I realized at a certain point our hands were not on my lap anymore. It was on his. And then I realized that actually my hand is on his Twinkie. I was shocked. I was flabbergasted. I didn't realize that we have now moved. Like, the temperature has moved from normal to warm, you know. And once I realized that my hand was just on it, it wasn't grabbing it, it wasn't stroking it, it was just on there like that. That's literally it. Okay, it was on his Twinkie. I was so shocked. It was awkward because, like, why would he do that? We're just chilling, having a conversation. I let you hold my hand, then you do that. And you want to know what the audacity he asked me, or what he said to me? I'm gonna zoom in for this one again. He said, let's go into the washroom for 5 minutes.
Really, nigga?
Who do you take me for? I was like, excuse me? Because who told you that's what I do? I don't do that, baby. One thing about me, I take it slow. Okay? I take it very slow when I talk to guys. I don't be jumping into and doing everything. Like, if that's what you do, that's what you do. Like, no judgment. But me, I just don't do that. But the crazy thing is, remember I explained the layout? Like, the bedroom, anyone could have walked in at any moment, any time. Anytime. I obviously, by the way, I moved my hand from the Twinkie, by the way. I wasn't just on there as we were, you know, chit-chatting, and as he asked me to go into the washroom with him. I moved my hand. Comes like, I just giggled, laughed it off, because, what? It takes you 5 minutes, baby? 5? Do better. One is the fact that he asked me to go into the washroom with him, and I said no thank you, giggled it off because he made things so awkward. That's mad weird. Now it's like, bro, like, why do you have to go and do that? Why do you have to go be a man? Like, why would... So after I giggled, laughed it off, whatever, we just began talking again like normal. Like, he had to, like, we didn't... Well, he asked me a few times. After I said no, he's like, come on, it'll just be for 5 minutes. No thank you, another time, babes. That's what I said. Because I just wanted to end that conversation. I wanted that conversation to end so quick. I did not want to speak about that. Because I already said no. What is you not getting? You asked me a few more times, like, I'm going to change my mind. Like, I just met you. We've been talking for 10 minutes. Relax. Not even 10 minutes. 5 minutes. We're all talking for 5 minutes. We're chit-chatting. 5 to 10 minutes. Doesn't matter, though. It was under 10 minutes and you asking me this. Like, hello, I just learned your name. Jerry, calm down. He acted like everything was normal, just had a regular conversation with me. And we ended up exchanging Snapchats. Honestly, why did I do that? I don't know. Oh, because I'm single. That's why. Duh. I just, in my mind on that day, I was like, I'm never gonna see this guy in person. Like, this is never gonna leave. It's not really gonna go farther than this. That's what I knew. So giving him my Snapchat, I'm like, okay, whatever. Then after him and all the guys left, and then it was like 4 AM when he left. when all the guys left and it was just the girls at the house. Then we all just went to bed, whatever. Next morning, woke up, cleaned the B&B, got ready, and cut. After the party, we were talking on Snapchat for a couple days, like 3 days or whatever. And the conversations were fine. You know, we were just talking about linking up and, you know, getting food and whatever. Yeah, the conversations were fine. They were like, there was no red flags, you know, after that little thing he did or tried to do. There's no red flags. Everything was cool. The conversations were fine on Snapchat, okay? And we only texted, never called, nothing like that. Only texted on Snapchat because we only exchanged Snapchats because I'm not giving a stranger my number. That's just me. Anyway, so on Christmas Day, as y'all know, everyone spends time with their family on Christmas. That's what I do. I'm with my family. I'm not really on my phone. I just kind of either, you know, send my Merry Christmas messages or Happy Holiday messages to my loved ones and friends. And I might post, like, you know, Christmas dinner on my Snap. That's about it. So I think I did wish him like a Merry Christmas or something, and you know, he wished it back or something. He maybe said it first and then I said second, and then he left me undelivered, which was fine because I was just like, oh, it's Christmas Day, he's with family, whatever, like I'm not bothered, you know. So Christmas night, when my family was like, you know, everyone went to their rooms. I think my parents went to bed or like something, I don't know. We were all separated in the nighttime. It was like 11:30, and I went on a call with my friend. I'm gonna call her Jay. I just don't want to say her name because I just don't want to bring any names into this, like their actual names. I was always on the phone with her at night. Like we were always on the, not even just at night, we were always on the phone. So after, you know, the festivities were over, called her, see how she was doing, what she did and whatever, just catching up, chit-chatting, whatever. So I get a call from Sarah, and mind you, I don't ever get calls from Sarah. We only spoke on the phone like a couple of times, and that's either, you know, we say, you know, she calls me on my birthday, call her on her birthday, or like during school, like, you know, asking me where I am so we can meet up and go to lunch. But we never talked like after school, like on the phone, chit-chatting. Like we never did that. So when she called me, especially at 11:30 at night, I was like, that's weird. So I tell Jay, I'm like, yo, that's weird. Sarah's calling me right now. And she's like, and she already knows that like Sarah never calls me. So she's like, that's weird. I'm like, it is. I'm like, okay, give me a second. Let me go see what this is about. So I hop on the call with Sarah, and Sarah at first was like, hey girl, how you doing? This and that. How was your Christmas? This, that, and the third. And I was like, oh, it was good. How was yours? But in my mind, I was like, what's the tea? Like, what's really going on? And then she's like, oh, so I have a question. I'm like, okay. She's like, did you talk to Jerry today? And I'm like, yeah, I sent like a Merry Christmas message, whatever, you know. And then, you know, he left me undelivered, but I'm assuming he's with family and stuff, so yeah. And she's like, that's all? I'm like, yeah, girl. Like, that was it. I was with my family all day, so I wasn't really on my phone like that. And she's like, okay. And then she's like, you know what, hold on, give me a second, I'll call you right back. She hangs up. I call Jay back. I'm like, Jay, I explained to her what happened. And she's like, why is she asking that? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe because, you know, I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, they're friends and stuff. So her and Jerry are friends. So I don't know. Maybe there's something going on there. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm talking to Jay. Then a couple minutes later, Sarah calls me back. I'm like, Jay, hold on. I'll call you back. Sarah's calling again. She's like, okay, girl. So I get on the phone with Sarah, and Sarah still asks me the same question again. And I'm thinking, nah, girl, like, I started laughing. I'm like, no, like, I was not talking to him. Like, I barely talked to him today. We just said Merry Christmas and that was that. Like, nothing much to it. So what's going on? And she's like, oh, nothing. I'm just, she's like, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm just hearing some things. Like, I don't know. And I'm like, hearing what? And she's like, are you sure that's all? I'm like, bro, that's all. And then she's like, okay, I'll call you right back. She hangs up again. Now I'm like, girl, you about to get blocked. Like, why are you keep calling me and ask me the same question? She did that at least 4 times. I swear to you, she did that 4 times where she asked me the same question and she's telling me she's hearing stuff, but she's not telling me what she's hearing. because she's like, I don't want to assume and stuff. I don't want to make assumptions. I just want to know the truth. And I'm just like, girl, like, I just told you the truth. She calls and hangs up like 4 times, asking the same thing, acting real sus. Meanwhile, every time she hangs up, I call Jay and I tell Jay everything that she's doing. She's like, bro, she's being weird. Like, why is she moving like that? Like, what's going on, really? I'm like, I don't know. I thought maybe Jerry has a girl and the girl's seeing the messages or whatever. But the thing is, the messages weren't even bad. Like, we're just talking about linking, whatever. Like, I wasn't like flirting like that. Like, he was flirting with me, but I wasn't, you know, reciprocating the same energy. I just didn't know what was going on. So when Sarah called me back, I'm like, Jay, hold on, I'm about to find out what happened. What's happening? I'm gonna text you. And she's like, okay. So I go on the phone with Sarah. I'm like, bro, like, tell me what's going on. Like, what are you hearing? Because you keep calling me back and forth. Like, I don't want to keep doing the back and forth thing all night. Like, what's going on? And she's like, okay, basically, I heard a rumor. I heard that you called Jerry saying that you have herpes and you were crying and stuff, and you were telling him he needs to go get himself checked out. I was laughing my butt off. Like, what did you just say? Like, that was so funny. And she's like, bro, I'm serious. I'm like, who told you that? Like, I found out as a joke. Like, I'm thinking like, oh, this is a jokey joke. Nice one. No, she's telling me, oh, she's hearing this. I'm like, from who? I'm asking her from who. I'm like, I have the right to know who's telling you these false lies. Y'all, the amount of times my videos is getting interrupted, bro. This is the last time I'm gonna stop this camera. Anyway, I just got some food from State in Maine, or Steak in Maine. One of the two. Anyway, I was asking her like who told her this information, and she's like, she wasn't trying to tell me at first, but there could only be 2 people who could have said that. This girl who was at the party who doesn't like me, just wants to make a lie for no reason, or him. But the thing is, me and obviously the girl that who was at the party and I'm not friends with anymore, we don't chat, so she's not gonna know that I'm talking to this guy, have his Snapchat and stuff. So obviously it's him. And then she's like, yeah, he told me, Jerry told me. And I'm like, that's a lie. Like, why would I go crying to a man I don't even know saying I have herpes? We never did anything sexual. So, what you talking about, Willis? Like, for real. Then, she's like, oh, well, that's what he told me. I'm like, nah, that's not what happened. And she's like, okay, tell me what happened. I told her exactly what happened that night. The only thing I didn't tell her was the Twinkie part. I didn't tell her. The reason why I didn't tell her, 'cause I'm like, that's not important. Like, to me, that's not important for you to know. I'm letting you know that we didn't do anything sexual. I just didn't think that information was necessary for her to know. Like, she does not need to know that. Anyway, so I tell her that, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna add him to the call. I'm like, yeah, add him to the call. At this point, I'm pissed. I'm like, why are you lying on my name? Like, weren't you not trying to get into my pants 3 days ago? Like, be for real. She adds him to the call, and she's like, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I keep wanting to say his name is Jeffrey. She's like, good evening, Jared. He's like, oh, good evening, Sarah. She's like, oh, I might just say good evening. Bro, why as soon as she started acting like that, that's when something clicked off in my head. I'm like, something's not right here. Because if this was her, she's not going to be like, oh, good evening. Like, shut up. For real. As soon as she said that, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Miss me with that. Let's get into it. Like, why are we trying to act cordial here? Like, let's get into it. And I went into it. I'm like, why are you lying on my name, Jerry? He's like, that's what happened. I'm not lying. I'm like, oh, so you're really trying to tell me that I called you saying I have herpes? I don't even know you, bruh. I just met you 3 days ago. Like, what are you talking about? Sarah's like, okay, Jerry, tell your side of the story. This man lied immediately. As soon as he started speaking, just the lies came out of his mouth. And I was flabbergasted. I'm like, oh no, you wasn't about to lie on my name, boo. Like, relax with all that. I'm like, nope, I denied everything he said. The one thing he did say though is the Twinkie thing. But he said like I'm the one who initiated it. Bruh, chill out. Like, that, literally, don't do it. And she's like, what? She never told me that. I'm like, first of all, that's not how it went. I explained exactly how it went, where he took my hand from my lap and put it on there. Second thing, I'm like, that's not important for you to know. Like, why do you need to know that? Like, we did not do anything sexual. Sure, I could have just told her and just whatever. But I was already feeling suspect of the entire thing. So I'm like, that's not important for you to know. First of all, it's not even your business. Like, I don't got to tell you everything. But she's like, oh, I don't know now. I don't know if I can believe you. If you don't shut up. I don't know now. I don't know if I can believe you, this, that, and the third. I'm just like, I was livid. No, actually, I wasn't livid until this. Then he's like, oh, I have a screenshot because my friend called me and then she called me right after. And I'm like, oh, send the screenshot. Let's get into it. Send me the screenshot. Send me the screenshot. I was yelling on the phone. She's like, okay. Sarah's like, okay, send me the screenshot. I want to see this. Then she's like, she received the screenshot. And she's like, oh, I see it. Yeah, this person called you and then she called you right afterward. Like I said, I never gave this guy my number. I didn't even call him on Snapchat. Like, we did not talk on the phone. So what are you talking about? You have a screenshot. I'm like, send me the screenshot. Send me the screenshot. I said, Sarah, send me the screenshot. Everyone's ignoring me now. Now no one can hear me. Everyone deaf, clearly. Because I'm yelling, send me the screenshot. Everyone's ignoring what I'm saying. So that's when I got livid. Cause I'm like, oh, that's why I put two and two together. I'm like, so it's you two doing this. And it's not even just him by himself. Because that's just dumb. Because he was trying to get with me. Now all of a sudden, it switched like that. Like, I didn't do anything to this guy. Except not giving what he wanted. But the two of them doing it together, that's when I got livid. That's when I put two and two together. And I was texting Jay this entire time, telling her everything. Every single thing that was happening, I was telling her. And she's like, bro, because if you know me, like, if you know me personally, you know I'm not that type of girl to do that stuff. So, for you to sit and lie on my name and act like that's what I be doing out here, you sadly mistaken. So then, as soon as no one's not listening to me and stuff, and she's trying to tell me, oh, I don't know if I believe you, I was cussing him out because he was talking mad shit, and I was cussing him out. Like, shut up. Know you for 3 days, bud. You don't know me. Don't act like you know me. And for her to be my friend and, like, you know, she's trying to tell me she doesn't believe me. Like, I get he's your friend. You may know him longer. But why would I lie? I have no purpose of lying. Even if that was true, I'm like, why would I call a strange man? I would call you as my friend if that actually happened to me. Not some strange man I don't know. Once that phone call ended, because it did end, it ended on her saying, like, she don't know what she's gonna do. She needs to think about the friendship. Like, bro, at this point, the friendship's done. Like, mixed with all that, trying to think, like, oh, I don't know, we gotta see. Like, baby, I don't want to be your friend, because if you can't believe what I'm saying, if you think I would ever lie to you, then you're not really my friend. You're not really my friend. If you didn't want to be friends with me, you could have just said that, because you made the whole production for no reason. After that, we were not friends. That friendship ended during that phone call. In my opinion, I don't know when it ended for her. Maybe it ended a while ago. Maybe it ended after. I don't know. But it ended during that phone call for me. She continued to spread that rumor around the school, telling people. Because then I remember people were looking at me different now. Because I'm just like, because they think I had herpes when I didn't. Someone actually came up to me and said, like, oh, I heard you had herpes. Like, baby, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen, believe what you want to believe. Honestly, like, if you're my real friend, you know I don't. You know that's not me. And yeah, ever since then, she's been, like, deleted off social media. I only had him on Snapchat, so baby, he was blocked as soon as that call ended. Because, excuse me, who are you trying to lie on? Like, don't do that. You don't even know me. And that friend group that I was a part of was not a part of anymore, because she basically just, you know, once that one friend is mad at this girl, everyone mad at her. So everyone was mad at me for no reason. And she decided to continue spreading that rumor, which was great. Anyway, that's the story time. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, I've never had herpes in my life. I don't plan on contracting it or receiving it in any possible way. Never had sexual relations with that man ever. But you know what? I had like a professional, like a boss, and now 3 years later, I can laugh at it. And she looks hella stupid. That's all. That's all. I don't look dumb. She looks dumb. That's all that matters to me, to be honest. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go eat my food now. My camera's dying, so I just want to speed this up. That's why I'm talking real fast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like, comment if you want more story times, because maybe I have more story times. People did me wrong in high school. Like, I'm a nice person. Like, what for exactly? If you guys enjoyed that story time, make sure you guys subscribe and watch my other videos that are on my channel. And by the way, y'all like the locks? Starter locks? I may look like a boy now, but you just wait. Wait a few months and then we'll see. Peace.